Today is February 7th, 2014, and if the point of that link in my video was to piss me off, you didn't do it. I said I wasn't going to make a video in reply to this, and I'm not. This is a general education video because apparently there are individuals that exist in the world who don't understand what feminism is. So I take it upon myself to educate the ignorant and stupid. Feminism is a collection of movements and ideologies aiming at defining, establishing, and defending equal political, economic, and social rights for women. That is the exact definition of it. It is nothing more and nothing less than the fact that we just want equal treatment. Now I know what you're going to tell me, but Irene, you don't see it. What about those crazy feminists who take off their shirts and attack models on the runway? But Irene, what about those people who say that men need to get below them and that men need to be in a lower position than women? Apparently, I need to introduce you to a second definition. The word radical. Having extreme political or social views that are not shared by most people. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Irene, that's all we hear about, all these feminists who are doing stupid shit. Well, apparently not only are you ignorant and stupid, you're blind. Have you ever noticed the fact that the radicals always get more attention than the moderates? Calling to example the Westboro Baptist Church, calling to example radical liberals and radical Republicans. The entire idea is that the media wants to focus on the radicals because that's going to make the biggest story. If you don't understand, the media's entire point of view is to make things look a lot worse than they are. They throw things out of proportion. Pick up a magazine in the supermarket. Do you ever see on the cover just a normal, happy little story? No, they'll take the smallest detail and twist it completely out of proportion so that they can sell a story. Why would news be any different? They've got a paycheck to make too. So the news you're only going to hear about are the radical feminists who attack churches, the radical feminists who strip down and take models off the runway because they're not feminist enough, the people who stand outside and picket military funerals, the people who say that gays shouldn't get married and that lesbians are disgusting. You're never going to hear about the people who are actually behind the movement, the bulk of the people behind the movement. And so what are you all going to say? But you don't understand. I've met feminists and y'all are... No, the entire point of feminism is we just want equality. I want to be taken seriously. I want to know that when I go to interview for a job, he's looking at me for what my qualifications are, not because I have a vagina instead of a penis. I want to be able to make just as much money as a man when I'm just as qualified and when I have just the right criteria. I want to be able to walk from here to Publix without having to clutch a can of pepper spray in my hand and flinch at everything that moves. If I get married, if I have children, I want my daughters to feel safe whenever they go any place. I want them to have the same respect that I wish I had whenever I could go into a supermarket. I want people to treat me like people, not an object. I want to be able to go about my own business and not have people accosting me as I walk down the store. I want to be able to go in a bathing suit across the beach and not get yelled at and wolf whistled. If y'all are doing that, what is wrong with you? I'll be perfectly honest. No woman likes feeling like they're a piece of meat on a day-to-day basis. Now, I don't give a fat rat's ass what y'all do in your bedroom. That's between you and whoever you're with. But in the day-to-day lives, I don't want to feel like I'm below somebody's power. Funny enough, I'm a human. I want to be treated like a human. Let me show you why we still fight. Let me explain to you why those of us who still want equality are still looking for it. In the early morning hours of August 12, 2012, a 16-year-old girl from Weirton, West Virginia, incapacitated by alcohol, was raped by two high school football players, Trent Mays and Malik Richmond. If you don't know what this trial is, it's the Steubenville trial that was cast back in 2013. If you know anything about the trial, you'll know that both boys got off with 1 year in juvie and the other with 2 years for raping an unconscious girl, for putting her material up on the internet, for exposing her to a group of people. They got 1 year in juvie and 2 years. And if you don't understand it still, there was one news station that represented these boys as rapists, They were tragic students, boys who were misunderstood, in the wrong place at the wrong time, for penetrating and touching a woman without her consent. If you don't understand why feminism exists, it's because we're terrified of the exact same thing happening to us, and you all aren't going to stand up for us. So feminism was born because women took it upon themselves to stand up for themselves. It was really heavy material today, and I will gladly take any of your questions, and you can attack me in any way that you wish. Go on. I welcome it. That's it for today, Victoria. I love you. I will see you tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to a good weekend. Bye.